is Dr. Sridhar back to you with another video session on nodal analysis. So in my previous videos, we have discussed about the mesh current analysis, and in continuation with that mesh analysis, now in this video, I am going to talk about nodal analysis. This nodal analysis is useful whenever more number of current sources are present in the given electrical network. This is a thumb rule. No, it is not mandatory that nodal analysis is only used and useful if the electrical circuit consisting of more number of current sources. It doesn't mean that, but now ultimately our intention is we have to reduce the complexity and within shortest period without much difficulty getting the solution, or if we are able to analyze the given electrical network towards the responses through various elements or across the various elements is our primarily our main motto. So in order to attain this, now there are we are going to define some of the thumb rules, like if any electrical circuit consisting of more number of voltage sources, then nodal mesh analysis is widely used. Like this, with this experience we have in solving or analyzing the electrical network, we can make a statement that if more number of voltage sources are appeared in the electrical network, means mesh analysis is widely used. Similarly, in continuation with that, if any electrical network consisting of more number of current sources in it, then nodal analysis is widely used. So with that only, there is no specified flow of steps or algorithmic kind of things are not available. Only our experience speaks here. So with that experience, we can say that if the electrical network consisting of so many current sources, then nodal analysis gives the simplest solution in the shortest period. That is the intention here. So that is like this, we can make some thumb rules here. So coming to this, in this nodal analysis, first term itself, it looks something new. Just like what is node here? Node is nothing but it is a point in a network common to two or more electrical elements or circuit elements. A node voltage is the voltage of a given node with respect to one particular node called the reference node. Suppose, see here, if any electrical circuit, if you could see, now here what I am doing is one voltage source and one resistor, here also one resistor, and here this resistor is there. Like this, I am taking this simple electrical network here, and as per the node definition, this is the one voltage source here, and this is the resistor R, R1, let me assume, this is R2, this is R3, this is R4, and again, if you want to take, you can take one more voltage source with V2. Now, if you could see here, now this voltage source and resistor, these are the two different types of electrical elements. This is the active element, this is the passive element. These two elements are meeting at this particular point. So you can give a number to this particular common point, which is nothing but node, as 1. Similarly, if you are taking this point, here R1 and R3 and R2s are meeting. It means, what is the node here? More than two elements are meeting at a common point, means you can make it as a node. Here, this is a node number 2. Here at this node number 2, R1, R2 and R3, 3 elements are meeting together. So that's why this is also a node. Similarly, if you are taking here at this particular point, R3, R4 and one more voltage source is also meeting. So you can take it as a node number 3. So this is the procedure to earmark the nodes and what are the nodes. So I hope this simple example will simplify our definitions also. And here at the bottom, if you could see, this is the voltage source and this is the R2's another side, R4's another side, another. So all these 4 elements, R2, R4 and 2 voltage sources are also meeting at this point. So you can take this as one more node, 4th node. So you can suppose I am interested about the R2 resistor. What is this R2 resistor? R2 resistor will make a voltage drop whenever some amount of current is allowed to pass through it. So it means R2 is nothing but across this R2 you can measure some voltage. Let me assume that voltage is nothing but the VR. So what is this VR here? VR is the drop across this R2 resistor. Okay, it is very simple to say that the voltage drop across R2 is nothing but the VR. But how can we measure that voltage drop? That is very important here. Now, what are the cause for this voltage drop? Whenever some amount of current is flowing into the resistor R2, there will be a drop. But how can we measure the drop? The drop is nothing but the drop may be between this point to this point. This is the drop. So, this is the voltage drop, can also be called as the node voltage at node 2. So, what is the node voltage of 2? Node voltage of 2 is nothing but this will be measured of that particular node. So, node voltage is nothing but that is the voltage of that particular node with respect to a common node like that 4. So, what is this out of, if you could see now in this one, just simply I have marked 4 number of nodes, that is node 1, node 2, node 3 and node 4. Out of these 4 nodes, if you could see, this node number 4 is nothing but it is a ground point. So, this is called as a reference node. This is nothing but it is a reference node. So, this reference node is used to calculate, to measure the remaining node voltages. So, if you are saying here V1, if you are writing capital V1, it means the voltage of node 1 with respect to reference node 4. That is the meaning of V1. Similarly, if you are writing V3, what is this V3 here? Of course, this input voltage, this is not V2, just V2, these two voltages are different. But here I am interested about the nodal voltages. What is this node voltage or nodal voltages means? Now, suppose if you want to calculate this node voltage, voltage at this particular node, that is V1, that V1 voltage is nothing but that is the voltage, it can be measured with respect to the reference node. That what is the reference node here in this analysis? Node number 4 is our reference node. So, that is V1. Similarly, V3 if you could see, that is V3 is nothing but that is the potential of this particular node with respect to the reference node. So, that is the V3. So, I hope this simple analysis will give us, or it will definitely simplifies our statements, that what is the node and what is the nodal voltages. That's how we are defining here. A node voltage is the voltage of given node with respect to one particular node is called as a reference node, which we assume at zero potential. If the network has more number of current sources, then the nodal analysis is useful method. Mainly depends on KCL. And n node circuit. Suppose in this any electrical network, if there are n number of such nodes are available, then we will get n-1 voltage equations or n-1 equations for against various voltages. So this is the one important thing. How many voltages we have to express means that will be decided by, or that will be depends on the number of nodes we have earmarked in the given electrical network. If that network has n number of nodes, n-1 equations or n-1 voltage, nodal voltages we are going to achieve. So this we have subtracted 1 means because out of this n number of nodes, we have earmarked 1 node for reference node, because the voltage or the potential, it will be measured with respect to a common point. So what is that common point? Common point may be a meeting point, that is nothing but a node. So with respect to that common point, or with respect to that reference node, with respect to a common reference zero potential point, we are going to measure the voltages at the remaining nodes. So that is the reason n-1 voltages we are going to achieve for any electrical network if that network consisting of n number of nodes in it. So that's why we have subtracted this number of nodes by 1, because this 1 is assigned for reference voltage, reference node. So, okay, this is about the description and introduction. It is needed for a nodal analysis. And what is the procedure we are going to use to analyze the electrical network by using this nodal analysis. So, first of all, we have to identify all the nodes in the network and select node voltages. And at the same instant, you have to earmark one of the node as the reference node which is having zero potential. So if there are 4 number of nodes are there, then here it is not compulsion always you have to take the fourth node as we have taken in this simple example. You may take that reference node as node 1 or node 2 or node 3 or node 4, anything. But preferably, if you can take a reference node in the bottom side or not in the upper direction, in the bottom side, like this fourth node in this analysis we have taken. So similar kind of thing is helpful for us. Not helpful means not technically helpful, but choosing the reference node with respect to the ground means let it be in the bottom side. So we can easily measure the voltages without any ambiguity. So that is only the intention of choosing this node number 4 in this example as a reference node. Nothing more than that. It will not carry any technical debate also. So next step is third step is node voltages are measured with respect to the reference node. Just now also we have discussed like that. We have calculated V1, V2, V3 and V3 and any other voltage. Another node is there. We can proceed to that node also. And here, after achieving this node voltages, now achieving in the sense we are going to earmark only. No, here nothing we are going to calculate beforehand to proceed this particular problem. Here I am going to give once again the simplified representation for better understanding here. So this is the voltage and this is, let me assume, 2 resistances and this is the various resistances. So this is the node number 1. This is another point. This is the node number 2. This is the node number 3. So this is the node number 4. So this is the common point is nothing but the node number 5. So this is your reference. These are first 2 steps. So identifying all the number of nodes in the circuit, and then out of that total nodes, you have to earmark one node as a reference node, which will have zero potential. Then what is the third step? Third step is nothing but for every node, you assign one voltage. So V1 is the voltage at node 1, V2 is the voltage at node 2, V3 is the voltage at node 3, and V4 is nothing but the voltage at node 4. So this is your third step. Then after doing this, after identifying various nodal voltages at various associated respective nodes with respect to the reference node, then at every node, now see at this particular node 1, I want to find out the analysis or I want to carry out some analysis. Then at every node, you apply KCL and use Ohm's law if it is required to find out the branch current. Suppose now here, for this with respect to second node, let me assume this is the current I2 and it may be current I1 or it may be current I3. Like this, you can earmark some of the currents by using Ohm's law, and after earmarking, after marking various currents in the various branches with respect to that particular node, then you apply KCL at that particular node to simplify or to develop some performance equation with respect to that particular node 2. So that's what this particular step is. Apply KCL at each node and use Ohm's law to the branch currents. And this is the procedure we are going to use for the remaining nodes as well. After writing a different nodal performance equation using a simplified algebraic equation, you can simplify this network and you can solve to calculate various voltages at various nodes V1, V2, V3, V4, and this will also helpful for calculating various currents in the various branches. Like this, we are going to perform this nodal analysis for the analysis purpose of given electrical network. Here the important thing you have to remember that this nodal analysis is highly useful and it simplifies the electrical circuits like anything if that electrical network consisting of more number of current sources. Now this is about this nodal analysis. Thank you for watching this video. I think this gives these simplified examples I have given have highlighted the importance of this nodal analysis in the electrical circuits. Thank you for watching this video.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.